It's called the non-disciplinary paid leave plan. The non-disciplinary paid leave plan is a list of players. Hey, you did something. We can't exactly punish you for it because we're still figuring it out. And we're not going to stop paying you your money every 2 weeks, but you can't play. You can't come to the ballpark. You cannot be a part of it because you're not on administrative leave. You're not on restricted list. You're not on the injured list. You were on the non-disciplinary paid list. Another collective bargaining machination dreamed up by people who love to find ways to get people on lists so it can define who you are. Hey, which one are you on? Man, I'm restricted. What about you? Oh, that I'm on paternity. My kid's about to be born. All right, you ready to come back when you're done? Well, then I may be put on the non-disciplinary paid leave if I don't show up in the next 5 days. Don't know how that's going to end. Emmanuel Clase was put on that list yesterday, and I nearly fell off my chair. We're talking about last year, the greatest closer in the game. We're talking about the greatest trade chip that the Cleveland Guardians had. We're talking about when you are a playoff team on the cusp of playoffs and think you have a chance and you can get a shutdown closer. Now, he'll never be what he was last year because what he was last year was dialed in a way that makes you have night sweats and tears rolling down your eyes, waiting for the other shoe to drop like you're some sort of other guilt-ridden person. Yes, that was slightly autobiographical. Was a great year. His year this year, still good. I mean, he's not going to have, third in the Cy Young with a .61 ERA. It's not going to happen. Yes, his ERA is up this year. Yes, his hits, giving up more hits than last year already. He's striking out people, walking people, all the things that would make you say, wow, he's not what he was in 2024. And all the acquiring teams are saying, wow, we don't want that. That's insane. We'll just take 2025 Clase. We're going to put him into the back end of our bullpen, and we have got ourselves some depth. All of that's great until MLB announced Emmanuel Clase is now tied to the gambling probe of his teammate. Remember when Luis Ortiz, the Guardians' right-hander, do you remember him throwing balls that were like, wow, that's a crappy pitch? And then finding out, wait a minute, someone bet on the fact that that pitch would be a ball with this live betting, which Rob Manfred has made very clear to the gambling companies. Listen, we love being your partner. Good for us, good for you. We're embracing it like the warm embrace we'd give to a kid coming home from camp after 7 weeks, filled with love, hope, anticipation, a little bit of fear of reentry. But these prop bets, man, we got to stop them. We can't be live betting whether it's going to be a ball or a strike. It's a nightmare. And the gambling companies, one of whom is a sponsor of our show, DraftKings, say, hey, we've got the infrastructure. If someone's doing that, we'll catch them. Don't worry. But 99.9% of the time, people are just trying to throw strikes, or they lose grip of the ball, or you took away the spider tack. Whatever the case may be, come on, give me a small break. And of course, DraftKings would be right. Because the number of people involved in the gambling probe, is it 2 people? Is it 4 people? Is it 5 people? Well, compared to the total number of big leaguers, and as you know what the number is, 26 times 30, which is 30 times 20, which is 600, and then 30 times 6, which is 180. So you've got 780 players. Did I do that math right, Coca? You always make me question my math, and I don't know why you do that. Is it because it's early in the morning or because I'm tired? I just don't know why you do it. 780. I did it in my head. How many of them are doing prop betting on whether or not they're going to throw a ball or strike? And how many of them are on the Guardians? How screwed are the Guardians? Injury? No, he's not injured. Steroids? Suspended? Nope, didn't do that. Gambling? Get the F out of here. The Guardians had to release a statement saying, hey, no additional players or club personnel are expected to be impacted by the investigation. Well, in my experience, MLB's not exactly telling you that. Do you think that MLB called the Guardians and said, you're not going to believe this, but we got to get rid of your closer who you were going to trade? It's not like we could have waited 3 weeks, because then all of a sudden, if he gets traded and then the investigation is announced, we've been doing this investigation for months, you didn't know, but now we got to tell you, which is a violation of how it works. But we're telling you, the Guardians, because we can't allow you to be a victim of fraudulent inducement. Hey, I want you to take Emmanuel Clase and pay his bills. And then he gets suspended. And then the acquiring team says, yo, Antonetti of the Guardians, did you know that we were going to give you those prospects? And then he wasn't going to be able to pitch for us? If you knew that, you're in trouble. MLB had to take away any sort of appearance of impropriety, any sort of thought that they would unwind the trade, which is likely what the scenario would have been. But the reality is that Emmanuel Clase is now stuck a Guardian, and for the very near future, and for the very medium future, and maybe forever, you could be looking at, we don't know, a lifetime suspension. You don't know what he did. You don't know why he's being investigated. Something bad enough that would cause him to be put on the non-disciplinary paid leave list. Something bad enough. So MLB has to go out of its way to do something they don't like doing, and they have to contact the Guardians and say, by the way, Clase is involved. Stephen Vogt is the manager of the Guardians, and they're going through it right now. And he was asked this very simple question yesterday. And that's what you should ask if you're in the media. The simple question was, hey, do the Guardians still believe in the integrity of the game? Like, what are we doing here? How do the teammates feel? Stephen Vogt said, I'm not happy. This stinks. It's a different part of our game that we're now dealing with because it's legal. You don't know what's going on. There have been a number of stories over the last year and a half related to this. 2 of our guys are being investigated, and that hurts. He's talking about Clase and Luis Ortiz, obviously. There's going to be rumors that you're going to hear, it's a good one, that they had lockers next to each other during spring training, very close friends. It would be not out of the realm of possibility at all that they were dealing with the same person in the same probe, doing the same things. I wouldn't be shocked, other than the fact that Clase has an opportunity to make real money. He's making $5 million this year. He's making $6.5 million next year. And then he's got a bunch of club options at $10 million. If he gets suspended for life, the money that he's earned out of his $5 million, it's been a little more than half, $2.5 to $3 million bucks. Give up the rest of his contract, because once the investigation's done, if he did this, he's suspended, likely for life. Rob Manfred has been clear. There's going to be a change here, folks. This is not good for the sport. It's not good for any sport. Rob Manfred said, there's certain types of bets that strike me as unnecessary, particularly vulnerable. That's these. Ball, strike. What's the next pitch? Emmanuel Clase is no joke.